Hey, what's up guys? Tom Harris here. We're at SHOT Show 2015. We're at the PTS booth. I've got Alex from PTS. He's been kind enough to tell us a little bit about all the new stuff they've got going on. Some pretty exciting things. Here on the wall behind us, we've got a couple things that we're going to talk about. Alex, let's start with this guy right here. Okay,
so everyone knows about our electric AEG Masada. Well, we've also been telling people about the gas blowback Masada. It's also based off the LM4 system. This is going to be on imminent release. They're pushing for this to be released very, very soon. A lot of questions that we get about this particular gun is compatibility with the AEG version. I have confirmation that the stocks and the handguards are still compatible with the AEG version. So if you have like the fixed stock and you want that, and instead of the folding one that it comes with, you can do that. You can change the handguard, whatever. But yeah, those two parts are definitely compatible. Obviously, you put whatever rear sight you want on there. Lower receiver is not going to be compatible because it's just, this lower receiver has all the hammer mechanism and everything else in there, and it's just not the same as what's going to be on like the AK type platform that we did for the AEG series. But,
so if I could interrupt you real quick. So you got a folding front sight there, looks integrated. This does not come with it?
So this is my M-Bus Pro. I just put it on there. We have a surplus of M-Bus Pro, regular M-Buses, the polymer series, and those we got permission from Apple to use up the rest of that supply with these guns. So they will be shipping with at least a front and rear sight, so that you don't have to get those two.
Very cool. And so going back to the lower, you said that's not going to be compatible, obviously, because this is a gas gun, not going to be compatible with the AEG.
And then it'll also come out with it'll also be coming with the EPM magazine, the gas one. This one we put our rubber plate on. Obviously, it doesn't have a hole for the fill, so you would have to slide on and off. It will ship with a non-rubberized base plate, so it's going to ship with a conventional sort of flat base plate. But you can actually buy the EPM series base plate separately later on if you choose to.
Perfect.
Moving along, this is the other thing that people are really excited about.
I'm gonna take this thing off the wall.
Check that out.
And break your wall display.
That's all right.
Try not to muzzle sweep anybody.
The PDR-D. So everyone knows about the PDR-C, which is the electric version of the gun, which has a thumb hole in the front. This is a PDR-D. It's a little bit more snubbed. It's got a vertical grip at the front. But it is gas blowback. It is compatible with all the other gas mags. So if you buy the Masada, you buy the MKM, you buy and it's still in function, like somewhat functional prototype.
Did I just break it by putting the mag? It was just the mag was out a little bit.
This doesn't quite seat quite right, and we're working on that. But
I'm not going to mess with.
That's going to be a very minor fix that will happen for production. But it's very cool.
You know, what are these buttons?
Yeah.
The buttons here.
So for people who aren't familiar, this whole system is basically ambidextrous. You have, right here, you have this button, and what you may be able to see here is you're actually able to change this particular, this panel inside. On a real gun, what would happen is the shells have to come out somewhere.
Okay, so it changes the ejection port.
Changes the direction. So if you are a lefty or shooting from left side, maybe you want to make sure that the shells are not going to be ejecting into your teeth.
Good news for you openly left-handed shooters.
Exactly. So from an airsoft practicality point, it's kind of as a moot point. But you know, it's functionality that was designed on the real thing. If it was to ever come into production, we want to make sure we carry that over.
That's real sim, dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, the other cool functions of this is that you have a ambidextrous charging handle right here.
There it is.
That is functional because there's a hammer inside that needs to be released every single time you pull the trigger. And if you need to rack the hammer so that it's back into its activated position, you would use the charging handle for that.
Perfect.
Other ambidextrous features is the mag release. So we have a mag release on either side here, so you can actually engage this from either side of the gun, and that would release the mag. And then also there's a mag release at the very, very rear, and that's only on the left-hand side of the gun. And you would press that, strip it, put a new one in. Compatible with the regular EPM series gas blowback mags. This has got an orange tip on it. We're going to paint it black for the show. But
federal law compliant. You got to love that. What about this extra hole down there? Is that for like a light?
Extra hole, I believe, was designed originally for either a laser and or a light.
Okay.
I've actually seen a few people do homebrew solutions for that, and I thought they were very, very cool. I don't think we're going to come out with one, but I don't want to be the last word on that.
Right.
No. The other thing that I really like about this gun, and I just really kind of noticed it talking to you right now, a lot of people were talking about the PDRC had a very short grip. If you notice this one, it has a full grip, and it actually feels very, very natural. Check that out.
It does indeed. It does. I recall the short grip on the PDR for the larger hands. That was a bit of an issue. But
Right.
I think
So
didn't
we
you come out with an
We
extender?
released an extender.
Yeah. Okay.
I was pushing for that for like 2-3 years, and they finally came out with it. But you don't even need it with this one because it's a full-size grip.
So even though this thing is just very short, you really have a barrel that goes all the way back to the magazine, right? So you still have, that's about a 10-inch,
I'd say that's about 9 to 10 inch.
9 to 10-inch barrel. So it's still decent length. You can get some good FPS and good accuracy on that, and so that'll be good. Jeff just comes into our video. He says he's not a video guy. He doesn't want to be on camera, but I mean, then he just invites himself to our video party. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Do we have anything else on this wall?
On this wall, nope.
Okay. What about that rail there, that Fortis rail? How about that? I mean, I don't want to do your job for you, Alex, but why don't we talk about that?
I need to pay attention. All right, Fortis rail, very slim, very light. This is ultra skeletonized.
Now, who is Fortis, for the people that don't know?
Fortis is the manufacturing arm of Rainier Arms. Okay, they do a really amazing job with their own machining. We want to make sure that we can offer those rails to everybody for the airsoft market, but also for the international market who may not have access to those particular accessories. So this will come in black and FDE, and this is a 12-inch rail. We'll see that in a second. We also have a shorter, I believe it's a 9 or 7-inch rail, and it also has a version that is like pretty much just cut off there. And there's another one that actually has a cutout for a front sight that we'll see in a second. Perfect. But it's a really nice finish, really strong finish, and it's a really good quality product.
And you got your key mod accessory ports there.
Key mod, so it's actually a true key mod, like the rest of our key mod accessories. So it's not just like the shape is drilled out, machined out. This actually has the angled sort of cuts on the rear side.
I see that.
You can actually mount real key mod accessories.
Yes, very nice. And do you make rail panels to attach?
We do, Tom. Thanks for asking.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah, we make some different length panels so that you can basically mount a Picatinny rail. Like, let's say you want to mount like whatever you might
for a flashlight.
Flashlight, whatever. Like a 203, whatever. Like maybe you want to do 203s at every clock on.
Well, sure. Yeah, sure.
Who wouldn't want that?
You know.
You too can now have that ability.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so that's the Fortis rail, and that is a licensed version again. And so keep an eye out. Is that available now, or is that?
Yes.
That is available now.
Are available now in 4 different styles.
Okay.
Black and FDE for the long one, and black for the 2 versions of the shorter ones.
Perfect. All right. Well, there you have it. We've got more coming to you here from the PTS booth, and other videos as well. So keep an eye out for that. Alex, we'll keep moving on.